Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I just read a news story that had me kind of going, oh my God, I never realized that. And it's all about your cruise insurance. Even though it was covered, it wasn't covered. What? So quickly, let me run down the story I was reading. It was about a couple who happens to be from Canada in our western provinces. And they were on a cruise out in the Caribbean when the gentleman became ill. And he started, at first they thought it was a stroke, and then it didn't turn out to be a stroke. It just seems to be something else. And so they immediately brought him to a hospital on the island when they docked, and they said, no, yeah, you better get to a hospital. We don't have the facilities here to help you. This is pretty severe. You're going to need an operation. You need it quick. So they had medical evacuation insurance. Good job. Always tell everybody, make sure you have medical evacuation insurance. They evacuated them. They brought them to the United States into Miami. And while the doctors were getting ready to treat him, they actually had the hospital all set up for the operation. The room was ready. That was all scheduled. They did some preliminary tests quickly, and they saw something else. They saw cancer cells in an area, and they couldn't do this operation because the traveling was just wear and tear on the person's body. They didn't think that they would make it through this operation. They needed some time to recover, and now with the cancer cells there that they discovered, they saw there's going to be more treatments that's going to be needed. This person really needs to get back home and see their own physicians and get this all dealt with back in their own country of Canada. Makes sense. Trouble is, the insurance said, we can't medevac you again. And they said, what? Well, we have medevac insurance. They said, yeah, you did. And we paid for it. They were already medevaced once. The insurances won't medevac you 2, 3, 4 times. They're going to medevac you that one time. That's what your insurance is covered for. So this person is now stuck in the United States, needs to get back to Canada, and the bills are piling up. Now, luckily they do have the insurance, but the insurance does have a cap. And at one point, that money is going to run out, and they're going to have to find a way back to the United States. And people say, well, just jump on a plane and go home. No, they're not allowed to do that. Because of the condition, the only way they can get back is by a medical plane. And in that case, it needs to have special monitors on board. A nurse has to be able to go on board to transport this person. There has to be paramedics or somebody in the medical field to escort this person that trip for liability reasons. And those flights can be about $40,000. And it wasn't going to be covered by the insurance. They would have to come up with this money out of their own pocket. So yeah, I never even thought of that. When I think of myself, oh, if I break my leg or something and I need to be medevac to Miami, they're going to set my leg and I'm good and then I'll fly home. I never thought what happens if they can't help you when you get there and you have to fly home again through medevac. Now, this is a very extreme case. Normally, when you get airlifted to some place for safety, that's where you're looked at and that's where you're helped. If you had a heart attack, they're going to help you there. If you break your leg, they're going to set it there. This is a normal thing. This gentleman just had complications that they weren't able to do it, and they found other things going on that needed to be addressed before they could do the operation. And so a medevac was needed, but wasn't there. And so for anybody, here's kind of my advice now. Anybody who has a pre-existing condition that has been bothering them for a while. So like you've had heart problems, or you've had breathing problems, or your medication has been up and down and up and down, and you've been, weak and strong and anything along those lines. Take the cruise line insurance and then go get just the medical insurance evac from a second party carrier. That way, if you ever had this situation of going from one place to another and then you need to go there, you have that second insurance that will pay for that one. Because, yeah, that was really strange to me to find out that this person couldn't get back. And it makes sense from the insurance company's policy. They medevaced you, they paid for it, you got the coverage that you paid for. And it just turned out you needed more. And luckily there was a GoFundMe page that was raised, and this couple did make it back to Canada. So the good story there is they did get back. The operations are going on. The treatments are happening. But I just thought I should mention this for anybody out there who has a lot of conditions that that you're worried about if you're going into a cruise. It never hurts to get more insurance than you think is necessary, because more is better than none every single time. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.